monstrous reptiles patrol the depths. And on land, dinosaurs of every kind, all facing the struggle to survive. We now know so much about a world that was ruled by the dinosaurs. This is their story.
The Cretaceous period was the start of the final evolutions of dinosaurs. But before the Cretaceous, dinosaurs were still successful as ever, traveling back 150 million years to the late Jurassic period. This period was covered in lush woodland forests, a time where a deadly predator ruled. Nicholasaurus. In fact, the first species of dinosaurs to be discovered in 1676, with the lower part of its femur. This female lives on the coast splitting North America and Europe. This is her territory. Ornitholestes smell the carcass. These gentle giants, apatosaurs, are heading to the feeding grounds. Unfortunately, this is the remaining survivors from a deadly predator attack.
In the western states of North America is one of the richest sources of dinosaur fossils. It's known as the Morrison Formation. Recently, these rocks have given us a tantalizing glimpse of how two dinosaurs adapted together to protect themselves against another deadly predator. Stegosaurus and Camptosaurus. Fossils of these two species are almost always found in the same area. In 2008, footprints of the two were recovered from the same site.
It seemed that they lived alongside one another. But why would two unrelated plant-eating animals live together? Stegosaurus, a heavily armored tank with defensive plates and a weapon at the end of its tail, known as a thagomizer, can shatter bone and vegetation with one swipe. Stegosaurus is an isolated creature, avoiding other of its species, but during spring, Stegosaurs group together. Allosaurus, a much smaller plant-eating dinosaur with no obvious defenses. Skull analysis showed that they had big eyes and relative to its body size a much bigger brain. It seems Drysaurus is a lookout, while the armored Stegosaur provides the muscle. A cooperation into defending each other from a deadly predator. Camptosaurus also feeds on the leftovers that Stegosaur leaves behind. And the primitive Dimorphodons are mostly scavengers, eating the irritating insects around them. In a world where danger is ever present. Scout, checking the perimeter of their territory. However, she smells something different. Something surprising. Failed to fend off the intruder, she'll be lucky to survive much longer. Allosaurus, a 2-ton ambush hunter with a deadly bite. The world had never known a predator like it. But having lost the element of surprise, now faces the prospect of either starving or facing the most well-protected giant of the Jurassic. And to make matters worse, there are 2 of them, a male and a female. The animals of the territory now become aware. Drysaurus starts to hide, the Morphodons start to scatter, but the Stegosaurus stand their ground. The female has finally made her kill, but for the male, he'll have to wait. The Stegosaurus start to flush blood into their plates, creating a frightening display of color. But this challenger isn't deterred. Virtually impregnable from behind, a predator is trying to attack the Stegosaur from the front. Findings of Stegosaur plates shows the predator's teeth embedded within the bone, and shattered Allosaurus vertebra from a thagomizer. The female has lost the battle. Even though it was a short fight, Allosaurus is much weaker than a Stegosaur, and predators start to take advantage of the situation. Fossils from injured Allosaurus showed signs of healing, and those signs of healing were from this male Allosaurus. This Allosaur survived. He heads into the desert to search for any food. Something rather delicious, like Dryosaurs. If he is to snatch a meal, the element of surprise is crucial. He bides his time. A 2-ton killer can't run fast for long. It's a question of speed versus stamina. Allosaurus was the king of the Jurassic period, but it had one disadvantage in its evolution. It had a weak bite force, weaker than a lion's. Allosaurus' teeth could withstand a force greater than its bite. Allosaurus had strong neck muscles. It seems Allosaurus used its head like an axe, its strong neck muscles driving its top jaw into its prey. With every impact, the serrated teeth would tear into its prey's flesh, the victim dying through a combination of shock and blood loss. It isn't pity, it isn't clinical, but ruthlessly efficient.